Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you in this video for everyone who that follow us in our Facebook page and YouTube. And also, I'm very glad to have such a positive comments, that I receive it on Facebook page and also in YouTube channel. So, and it's also grateful for having your comments and as well as your support and your engagement also through the page. So that is very great. So I really appreciate you that. So without you, so this page will not progress, will not improve. So with you we can move forward, and also we can provide better services, and also I will be able to provide your needs, and also your voice is very important. First of all, in this video I would like to record it a short video regarding some important advice for beginners, for those the new learners for English language. So there are important tips for those who are interested to learn English language. So you have to follow these tips. That is very good for you, that when you follow very well. The first of all, for beginners, this important message. This is my advice to you. Please carry on this advice and keep this advice in your pocket wherever you're going somewhere. Okay, so the first of all, the tip that it's important to for beginners. First of all, number one, so please listen. Listen English conversations and listen dialogues. Listen to news. So for example, you can watch BBC News and Al Jazeera News, and also you can listen also, for example, the musics, English musics, and try to concentrate, for example, on one accent, for example, whether you're interested to American accents or British accents. Okay, so try to concentrate on one accent, because when you concentrate in different accents, so sometimes you may face some difficulties, the different accent, different pronunciation. So that's why when you listen in, there's some conversation or dialogue, so try to focus on one accent. The second the thing that you need to do is watch the movies. Watch movies regularly, every day. Try to, for example, have a chance to watch movies. For example, sometimes you may find the movies it's too long, but try to have a spare time. Try to watch movies in your spare time. When I say here spare time, means, for example, in your free time. So okay, try to give yourselves to watch movies, and also do not watch the translated movies. So try to just watch English movies, and that is very important. Another thing is also it's important while you are watching the movies, try to imitate. Imitation is very important for learners, for everyone who is interested to learn English language. So for example, try to have the one person that you are interested in to listening to him, and try to imitate that person. When you imitate the person, and after that you may have your own accent one day. So you just to imitate, to learn from that person, and maybe you will be the better than but that person that you imitate. Okay, another thing is tip number 3. So please read out the louder when you're reading, for example, storybooks, when you're reading the literature, when you're reading through your the subject that you are studying. Wherever you find there's some chapters, the passage while you are reading, so please do not read silently, and because the importance of reading louder, that is makes you to have a good the accent, and also it helps you how you pronounce the words, because when you raising your voice louder, you may understand what is your mistakes, and keep repeat, for example, when you're reading, for example, some difficulties in words. Another thing is also while you are reading, and so for example, try to have, for example, notebooks. For example, when you're reading, for example, when you across the words, try to highlight the words and try to put in your notebooks, and try to understand when you across the new words, and that is the very important also. Another thing is also talk to yourself every day. That is very important for beginners. The tip number 5, the talk to yourselves. Give time to yourself. Talking to yourself is very important. For example, when you watch a movie, while you are watching, when you are across some words, after you complete a movie, try to sit down to yourself. Try to get out what the word that you get through your watching a movie, and that is words used in a sentence, and try to talk to yourselves. And sometimes it's very important also, for example, you can look at yourselves on mirror. So for example, look at yourself in mirror and try to imitate or try to imagine there is some person is there. And that is the way how you can talk to yourselves. And another thing is also, while you are talking to yourselves, so please record your voice, to listen your voice, and how the words you are, the pronouncing very well, whether you have some mistake, and try to share your, the records to your friends or your teachers. For example, let people to listen and give you the feedbacks, the while they are listening. And another things, the tip number 6. So for example, please try to have a friends. For example, try to make a friends those are interested in same field. Try to have a friend for those who are interested to learn English language. With your friends, try to have, for example, some picnics, and try to have some English debates. Try to discuss. So for example, with your classmates, while you are in class or outside, try to speak English language. For example, when you call your friends, please try to speak English language. Do not try to, for example, speak your own language, because with these groups, that is the way how you can improve. Okay. Another thing is also, it's very important, for example, try to learn 10 words every day. When I say, for example, 10 words, that means learn new vocabularies, because beginners, this is the first stage. In this stage, you need to increase your vocabularies, because you need more vocabularies. At least you need to learn every day 10 words. And these 10 words, try to use in a sentences, and try to speak out when you learn these vocabularies. Use it in sentences. Okay, write sentence structure. Don't worry about, for example, how to write the sentence, whether it's correct or not, because you are in the first stage. Don't worry about whether your sentence is 100% is correct or not. Okay, and try to, as I mentioned, please learn every day 10 words, and that's the words, it should be new for you every day. Okay, so sometimes you can't, for example, if you, for example, faces some difficulties how to pronounce the words, for example, and for example, if you don't have a teacher, for example, close to you, and you can't use in the Google translation, for example, there is, you can, for example, to hear how the voice is and how the accent is, how the pronunciations of the words is. So you can learn it from that. You don't need, for example, a teacher, or you don't need to wait a teacher, for example, teacher come to pronounce you the words. Okay. And finally, the last, the tips that I would like to give it to you. is do not afraid, making mistakes. There are many people, for example, to worry about making mistakes. They are afraid, for example, I have to speak fluently from the beginning with the grammar completely. Don't worry about at the beginning. In your stage, as you are a beginner, you just speak and don't afraid. Okay? Do not afraid making mistakes. It's good to make mistakes to learn from your mistake, right? When you make a mistake, you will be able to understand what is mistakes you made it, right? So try to correct that mistake. Okay, so my advice to you, please do not afraid, speak. The last one is do not study grammar too much. Many students, I know that they study the grammar too much. They spending their times focusing on the grammar, and they say that yes, we know that the grammar is very important. It is the structure of the language, right? But for beginners, so what I need from you is, what you need to focus is, please focus in vocabulary. Increase your vocabulary. The grammar will come automatically. Okay? So that's why do not focus too much. Do not spend your time focusing the grammar too much as you are a beginner. Okay, so thank you very much. So please follow us in our Facebook, and also do not forget, for example, to follow us in our YouTube channel. So all these lessons, it's free. You will be able to access, for example, through all these pages. I will be very happy to see you there. Thank you very much. Goodbye.